Today we're exploring the food scene at Al Sarkal ahead of What the Food Festival, featuring two of their beloved participating outlets, Piehaus and Growhouse, two restaurants that are redefining Dubai's culinary creativity, all in the heart of the city's art district. Let's check out Piehaus first. Stasha, I'm so excited to see you again. 2 times in 1 year. Wow, how lucky am I?
And myself too.
Okay, so the last time I saw you was at your restaurant 21 Grams, which is where it all began. And since then you've branched out so much. I know that your pies are particularly popular at 21 Grams. Is that what inspired you to launch Piehaus?
Very much so, very much so. So obviously the entire inspiration came from the fact that these pies, but not exactly these pies, but the pies as one of the items that we had on the menu, the phyllo pies, became one of the most loved items on the menu. Even that was not really an idea or initial plan, but it happened that they were so good and the Dubai community loved it so much that it made it so popular. And in the process of obviously making lots of them daily and weekly and monthly, we understood that the pies are not just a food, they are really a great communicator, great vehicle of flavor. Here we have our signature goat cheese honey thyme pie, which I believe we tried at 21 Grams, but here we do it slightly different because the way of making the pie is very, very unique. It's actually braided because the pies, as you can see here, are usually rolled and then swirled.
Tell me about this one. I see chicken.
That one is the gyros chicken pie. So gyros chicken usually comes in a pita bread. It's a staple of the Greek cuisine. But here we made it with our phyllo pies, which is basically plain with just butter, but then all the other ingredients, creating actually more of the lunch dish.
I wanted to ask you, because you are one of the participating outlets for What the Food Festival. Can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect from your participation?
First, you can expect lots of excitements, and what we are doing, we are basically bringing the future of the foods through the century-old tradition and crafts. We are bringing an 11 years old baker from Serbia to show us the beauty of the craft, and when we are able to motivate and have younger generations taking over old traditions and the crafts that unfortunately are slowly dying, and very, very excited to bring her to Dubai, to show to Dubai people how are they authentically done, and then on the top how they are done by someone who is only 11 years old.
For someone coming to Piehaus for the first time, what would you say is the dish that represents you the most?
Ooh, that's a difficult question. Can you choose two?
Okay,
or it has to be one?
go for it.
The one will surely be this one, which is a goat cheese honey thyme, but braided. And then there is another one which is not at the table at the moment, but it's a harissa potato pie, where we've been inspired by our very traditional potato pie, but then we got to mix it with one of the local flavors that is very loved, harissa, and we top it up with the fresh Omani chips, which has been a staple food and much loved food for many Dubai kids.
Absolutely, I'm a Dubai kid and I love this. Well done, Stasha.
Thank you so much.
I think I may have found my new favorite breakfast place. So many different options, and I think this is just lush. Now on to the next spot. Chef Calvin, first of all, beautiful spread here in front of me.
Thank you so much.
I want to ask you a little bit about Growhouse, because this is a One Life kitchen concept.
Correct.
I've been to your branches in D3 and JVC, but it's my first time here. Can you
Welcome.
tell us a little bit about your mission here and how you source and conceptualize your menu?
That feels like it's three questions in
Yes,
one.
yes.
So let's break that up. Mission, our mission as a food philosophy is to source the best ingredients we possibly can, and being in a city like Dubai, you have availability of all these different incredible produce. So we focus on exceptional ingredients and we try and keep it as simple as possible. Our food philosophy is everyday food for everyday people. And in terms of how we conceptualize the menu is kind of random, if I say that.
Yeah, because if you look at the table in front of us, we
Yeah,
have
exactly.
pizza.
So this is a tomatoeless pizza.
Okay.
It's we call it Penelope Cruz on our menu. So
Penelope.
it's caramelized fennels with mushrooms and
So it's a
mozzarella.
mushroom fennel pizza. Then we have
Yeah.
tortellini, steak,
Steak and
Iskandar
Iskandar.
kebab. Okay.
Exactly,
So
Iskandar
there's
kebab.
something for everyone. So it's very representative of Dubai, would you say?
Absolutely. Dubai is a melting pot
Yeah.
of different cuisines, different nationalities. So One Life kind of reflects the city in that sense in its food offering.
I want to ask you, you are participating at What the Food Festival. What can we expect?
So What the Food, apart from all the delicious food you have in front of you, we have, we'll be hosting a workshop in our farm upstairs. And this workshop we will be partnering with One Hive. One Hive is, the workshop will be extracting honey from an actual hive, from the honeycomb itself. So people can book, show up, I think it's groups of 10 or 15, and you can actually extract your own honey from a honeycomb, and then they'll bottle it for you, and you do some honey tasting. And that kind of just ties in with the Growhouse in the sense that we want to know where our food is coming from, and hence the farm was born. You can see actually produce growing and how it's growing.
You're from South Africa, and it's
I am
quite the
indeed.
cultural melting pot, much like Dubai is.
Yes.
So for someone who's coming to this restaurant for the first time, what would you say is a dish that best represents your philosophy?
Well, that's a difficult question.
Sorry.
It is a very difficult question, but I will say that if you do come into the Growhouse,
Yeah.
have a walk upstairs into the farm, and if you see a really ripe tomato, or a tomato that just looks like it's screaming at you, eat me, ask him if you can have it, come downstairs, slice it up, put some olive oil on it, some salt and pepper, and we'll give you some bread from the pizza oven, and it is sensation.
So your best-selling dish is tomato.
It's not a dish on the menu, but that's something that would just transcend you. It is incredible picking something, slicing it up, and consuming it directly
This
after.
is why you need to speak to the brain behind the concept, because what customer would walk in and say, I'm going to eat a tomato, please?
You're going to pick a tomato and bring it down.
From comforting handmade dishes to fresh seasonal produce, Growhouse and Piehaus perfectly capture the spirit of Al Sarkal, where art, food and community come together in the most spectacular way.